G.A.M.E.R here, and welcome back to... Oh man, this has been a while. Gamer Unite. Oh, it's gonna be back. I'm here, John with Austin.
Hello, I am here, and I'm ready to speak for probably who knows how long.
If I had to make a guess, I'm gonna say at least an hour and a half.
And now that you said that, it's gonna be 3. It always gets doubled somehow.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm honestly trying to keep it at a minimum. I don't want to go any higher than 2 personally.
All right, fair enough.
But that's plenty of time.
So anyway, welcome back to Gamer Unite, gaming as a multi-platform entertainment recreation. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
How do you feel about it? Wow. Okay. Look, you can at least embrace it, you know?
I was just saying, oh my gosh, I was just going to say, oh my gosh, that's so hard to remember before you start assuming.
I thought you were going to say, oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
No.
So anyway, today, at the time of this podcast probably coming out, I think it should be June 1st. I'm trying to get it out tomorrow.
No.
And
June 2nd.
This video, you guys are seeing this on YouTube. We're gonna be talking about Summer Games.
We're gonna be talking about Summer Game Fest, baby. Yeah. Hope you guys are all prepared for Summer Game Fest because we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got an Xbox event there. Probably gonna have Nintendo. They gotta announce it because it's kind of weird that. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let John just jump into the information. I'm kind of annoying him on purpose, and it's starting to get to him. So, John, take it away.
I'm so confused. Okay, so anyway, welcome back to Gamers Night. We're going to be talking about Summer Games Fest because we are one day from, actually less than a day. We're like a couple hours away from June, and which means the biggest month of gaming ever. Usually, like the biggest month of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could say that for every year, but it usually is, and especially this year, it seems like that's going to be the case because it is number 1 event season, which is going to be pretty much the main topic of what we're talking about today, and just news in general for gaming. And it's already started. We've had Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We've had Game Pass stuff. We've had leaks, rumors. We've had Sonic Frontier gameplay, which is pretty great. We've had just so much to happen. KO the Kangaroo just came out a couple of days ago. And so, yeah, there's a lot to talk about. But Summer Games Fest is the main thing that we are going to be talking about today. And so, Austin, without saying, like, any, like, of your predictions or whatnot, just, like, without going in depth, just how excited are you for Summer Games Fest?
Are words even required? Like, are words required to tell how... If you're not excited for this, then I don't know, man. I question things, man. Like, if you're a gamer, which I mean, everyone that's watching this is, and if you're not,
my dad's probably watching this.
Huh?
Yeah,
bruh.
Hey, yo, shout out to him, bro. He watches all the podcasts.
I didn't hear who you said. My bad.
My dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out.
Well, hey man, he's a gamer at heart. He plays the sport games.
Yeah, and he's a big fan of like the like classics like Pac-Man, Galaga, all that stuff. Yeah. Pac-Man Museum just came out. He's probably gonna like that, you know.
But
completely off topic.
No, no, that's what I'm trying to get back into. We are crazy. Like listen, man. I'm wilding out because of Summer Game Fest, bro. There's so many things that can happen. We're gonna talk about the list of people and companies that are actually going to be there, studios and companies. I just want to see. I'm honestly not trying to get like I don't know. We're gonna go over a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a lot of things here that a lot of us are gonna like. I'm definitely. John, you said you weren't gonna be streaming or recording our reactions
I
to this
am.
stuff.
I am. No,
Oh,
I
you
am.
are?
So like, okay.
Let me
So
just
like,
tell you guys now. The first for E3, okay. I didn't know what anything was. All right. Let me tell you. I've been telling John for the longest time. I want a redo. I'm not just gonna be staring at the camera going, what is that? No, I know my stuff now. So I'm about to there's things I can actually be excited
love the
for and
energy.
know about and be happy about. So I it's gonna be different this year. And if it's not, well, I'm fake.
We should have like a counter on stream of how many times Austin gets hype.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'll get hype. Okay, I'll get hype for you. Like
What?
if you get a game that you want.
All right,
Like
fair
I
enough.
always do that. I always do that for my homies though, because it's cool seeing everyone eat, bro. We all got to eat out here. There's always got to be some food out here there's got to be food out here for all of us.
All right. So anyway, let's get back on track here. So yeah, Summer Games Fest. We are like pretty much 9 days away from that. We got stuff coming even before then, which we're gonna talk about. And so real quick, let's just go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and explain what exactly Summer Games Fest is. Summer Games Fest to be more clear, Summer Games Fest is the title of June in the gaming world, right? Summer Games Fest is not a show. Summer Games Fest is I don't know the right word, a program, I guess.
It's a lifestyle for the month of June.
Yeah, real. It is basically from June 1st to whatever the last day of June is. It 30th or 31st? I'm not sure. 30th. From June 1st to June 30th.
Yeah.
That is Summer Games Fest. Right?
It's basically the whole month is just one big presentation. Whether or not it's not a part of the event that they are going to hold themselves, it's anything that is in June is considered a part of it.
Yes. So, that being said, here is the rundown. So, Summer Games Fest starts tomorrow. We could possibly get some kind of thing tomorrow to kick off Summer Games Fest. I wouldn't be surprised. Or at the time of you guys seeing this, it'll already be June 1st. At the time of recording this, it is May 31st, so the day before June 1st. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got something today. But then, Thursday, we have a PlayStation State of Play, which, Austin, to help your case, because to be fair, all credit to you as well, you were very worried the State of Play will just be, like, bad. Trash, which I completely understand. I also have a fear that it's going to be trash.
But
today,
notice how it is June.
It is June. This is the first time since 2020 that PlayStation is actually doing something in June. But that's not what's important. What's important is the way PlayStation has set up the State of Play and what was announced today, which you don't actually know about yet. And that is PlayStation announced that this State of Play is like actually a part of Summer Games Fest. So before, everyone just thought, okay, PlayStation is doing a State of Play in June. Okay, cool. It's right around the time of Summer Games Fest. But nah, their State of Play is a Summer Games Fest show. Meaning, if Summer Games Fest was E3, PlayStation's back at E3. That's basically what this means. So that being said, they're not just going to have one of these crappy State of Plays. If they do, it'll be really disappointing. But I have a lot of hope. I have a lot of hope now that it's going to be decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's 30 minutes.
Yes, that's way completely different. Like
this this state of play personally needs, in my opinion, to focus on release dates.
Real.
Like, there are so many games that don't have a release date.
So I'm gonna stop you there because I know once we start talking about stuff, we are just gonna go rampant, right?
Well, yeah.
So I want to get through like the calendars and all the dates first, and then we can actually start talking about each event specifically and what we can see.
All right.
All right. So June 2nd, PlayStation State of Play, something you want to pay attention to. Reaction will be up on the channel as well as, of course, videos covering it, discussing it, all that stuff. Podcast will be out, all that stuff. Then you move on. The next event that we actually have like on the calendar would be June 9th, which is the Summer Games Fest live stream. So this event, I know we said Summer Games Fest isn't a show. Summer Games Fest is like the producers, the company Summer Games Fest is hosting a live stream, a gaming showcase for Summer Games Fest, which is basically just the Game Awards without the awards in summer.
Yeah.
Meaning
it's a little confusing.
It is. It is confusing. Yeah, like this it's so hard to try and explain to you what this show's going to be. It's just a gaming showcase. That is the best way to say it. It's just a gaming showcase. Game reveals, game announcements, game updates, game information, gameplay, special guest, yeah, all that stuff. And,
Jeff Keighley's just doing his magic.
Yep, Jeff Keighley is hosting it, who hosts the Game Awards. I love that man. He is great. People give him too much crap because he's cringe, but I don't care.
Well, who cares? Listen, I'll be honest. If it wasn't him doing this, who would be doing it?
Real.
Bro, who cares if it's cringe? If you're really that, bro, just know that this man is giving you what you want.
Yeah. Like, how can you be mad at him for giving us more games? Like, come on, man. Anyway, moving on from that, then you go to June 10th, which, if I'm correct, is the Tribeca Game Awards or Game Spotlight, which I don't know. It's nothing like you need to watch it, I don't think. I mean, me and Us are gonna watch it. He's pretty much gonna be over all week, and we're probably just gonna watch like whatever happens. But it's basically gonna be a showcase featuring exclusive gameplay, creator interviews, and reveals and announcements from indie stuff. So this is like indie stuff. And just to have a little example, last year's Tribeca covered games such as Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Cuphead was at the Tribeca Game Awards. Yeah, so like things like that. Like, they're not just things that are gonna go completely blow by. It's things that, if you're interested in, are definitely worth paying attention to. So there's that. And then as well, June 10th, we have the Netflix Geeked Week Gaming, which is going to be a event hosted by Netflix. This is the first time Netflix is like ever doing this for like specifically gaming, where they are going to announce shows and movies that are like about games. So like I could see the Resident Evil show popping up here. We'll talk about that later, but and then June 12th. June 12th is the Xbox Plus Bethesda Games Showcase. Yeah. It's a big one. I don't know what's bigger, the Summer Games Fest Showcase or the Xbox Bethesda Games Showcase. I don't know what's bigger. I'd argue both of them are equally as big in their own right. Yeah, I really don't know. But yeah, and then there's also the PC Games Showcase, also around there. It might be June 11th or June 10th. I'm not sure. It's one of those two, and then the Future Game Show is one of those two dates as well. So there's definitely a lot of shows that we're going to have to pay attention to, as well as Jeff Keighley himself has said there are more events that have not been announced yet. So there's more. One of them is for sure going to be Nintendo. I mean, I feel like that's a obvious one. Nintendo always does a June event. And so yeah, we could look forward to that. But now we can actually start talking about what we could see at this stuff. So to start off, let me just go through and say, there's also Day of the Devs, which is happening right after the Summer Games Fest showcase. What are your initial thoughts going into Summer Games Fest?
What do you mean by initial thoughts?
Is there anything obvious that sticks out to you that we're gonna see or whatnot?
Well, I mean, for the most part, do you want to do a run through of who is all gonna be here?
Yeah, and so that'll be a whole thing. So, we can actually go ahead and start about. So, what event do we want to talk about first?
I mean, do we?
Okay, actually, let's start with the list of companies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly, I don't mind reading through this.
Yeah, I got a lot of information.
Yeah.
So let's get started with this.
I'm gonna go through the publishers and developers that are included so far.
Yep.
And I know there's a picture, but I'm going off a website. But I'm pretty sure these are all the ones that have been shown.
Just for an explanation for people who can't see the picture or don't know what's going on. Today, at the time recording this, Summer Games Fest announced a bunch of the different partners that have partnered up with Summer Games Fest. And a lot of them are gaming studios, gaming companies, gaming publishers. And this is basically saying that in the month of June of 2022, these companies / studios will make appearances. Will have some sort of news. So we're going to go ahead and get into what really that means, but go ahead and list off all the companies.
Yeah. So for the list of publishers and developers, we have 2K, Activision, Atlas, Bandai Namco Entertainment, Bloober Team, Capcom, Coffee Stain Studios, Deep Silver, Devolver Digital, Digital Extremes, .mu, Electronic EA, Epic Games, Focus Entertainment, Frost Giant Studios, Humble Games, Level Infinite, Mediatonic, Microsoft, MiHoYo. I'm pretty sure I feel like I butchered that.
Did you say Microsoft?
Well, Xbox. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said yeah. Netflix, Raw Fury, Samsung Gaming Hub, Sega, Skybound Games, Sony Interactive, Square Enix, Studio MDHR, Tribeca Festival, Warner Bros. Games, and Valve.
Boom. Right there. Boom. Right there. There you go.
Oh.
Good stuff. So, at first, when I saw this, I sent it to Awesome. Like, yo, there's a lot of studios. And there's some things that are you see them and you're like, oh, yeah, it's pretty obvious. It says Xbox because, well, they're holding an event. PlayStation because they're having a state of play. Right, and then there's things like Sega. Okay, Sega's just Sega. What are they gonna do? You never know. But here's what I've went ahead and did. I went ahead, watched some videos, did a bunch of deep dives into stuff, and I've realized we can take a lot of this list and set some pretty good expectations. So we're just gonna run through this list. And keep in mind, what really made me realize is this could happen. Any of these companies could make an appearance this June. Meaning it doesn't have to be that one specific show. So let's start with 2K. So when you think of 2K, okay, you got NBA 2K, you got WWE 2K, you got
GTA 6 trailer. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you got They helped with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands last year, which was announced at Summer Games Fest. But see, this is going to be a perfect example, which is going to make all of you be like, oh, you really can take a lot from this. A couple weeks ago, Marvel's Midnight Suns was raided in South Korea. Usually, that means release dates are imminent, right? Jeff Keighley actually announced Marvel's Midnight Suns last year. This year, Jeff Keighley's hosting another show, Summer Games Fest Livestream Showcase. 2K has been announced to be in Summer Games Fest throughout the month of June. Marvel's Midnight Suns was just raided in South Korea, which usually, within the next month, a release date is announced. You can take that right there, 2K, and almost bet money Marvel's Midnight Suns will finally get a release date.
Yep, and then it gets delayed.
Yeah. No, but for real, it's like when you really think, when you look at 2K, okay, yeah, I know that company. We'll see what they have to do. Nah, you could take a lot from that. The fact that 2K is going to be there, you could really think about what's all happened and make a pretty good estimate that Marvel's Midnight Suns is going to be there. Now, that also means 2K could show up in the PlayStation State of Play. PlayStation is a big marketing platform for NBA 2K, so we could see the next NBA. I'm not into NBA at all, but
me neither.
For people who are, there you go. You can probably maybe set an expectation that you might see NBA 2K22 because the PlayStation State of Play is focusing on third-party games, which would check the box first for 2K, and PlayStation VR 2 titles, which leads us into our next one. Activision is going to be at Summer Games Fest.
Call of Duty.
Yes, Call of Duty will be shown in the month of June, and the big one is there is a huge rumor/leak that PlayStation is making a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 VR edition for PlayStation VR 2. So now, because PlayStation announced today that State of Play will be a part of Summer Games Fest, now the rumor of Modern Warfare 2 VR on PSVR 2 is so much more likely. I mean, it says it all right there. State of Play, focusing on third-party titles and PSVR 2. Boom. Right there? Okay, maybe. Summer Games Fest go ahead and announce that Activision will be in the month of June. Well, isn't that just a coincidence? You see what I'm saying? So when we really go through each and every one of these companies, there is a lot to take into consideration. Like Atlas, Atlas is one of those things that a basic area of what they're going to be showing. But this one's a little more shady. You don't know when or where or how they're going to do it. We know they're going to be in June. And if I had to bet money, it's going to be something Persona related.
Yeah, I would have to assume this is going to be finally the release of Persona 5 going to all platforms, becoming cross-platform.
Yep, and here is again where I'm going to say, when you really look at it, there is a very likelihood that this happens. And that is, last month, Atlas made a poll. Atlas themselves, on their own website, everything, made a poll. Would you like to see Persona on Xbox? This month, we enter June. Xbox and Bethesda Showcase, a part of Summer Games Fest. Summer Games Fest go ahead and announce that Atlas will be there. That means Atlas could literally show up at the Xbox event. Yep. It's like, it's honestly crazy looking at this list because the fact
Unless
that
they're like a teaser for Persona 6.
yeah, it could be something completely different, and that's the thing.
There's a lot of dream stuff that could happen. There's a lot of big stuff. I mean, still, Persona 5 becoming cross-platform is huge. I mean, the fact that it has gained so much popularity just being on the PS5, and is it also on PC?
No, Wait, Persona 5 is not on PC. I don't think. It might. I don't know.
I'll fact check you on that real quick.
But yeah, no. But my bigger thing is, which is where now we can start getting to the thing. It's like we just talk about our hopes and dreams and stuff. Is like, can you imagine if Atlas? Oh dang, that's tough. Can you imagine if Atlas is at the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase? They announce Persona 5 and Persona 4 Royal and Golden will be coming to Xbox. Right? Can you imagine that? But then the biggest bombshell drops coming to Xbox Game Pass. Can you imagine that? Oh my gosh.
Dude, I would not be surprised. I mean, as time goes on, we're starting to see more PlayStation games that you would usually see on the PlayStation. They're coming to Xbox.
Yep. It's just like I don't, dude. That would just be so cool, and to know that Atlas is gonna be here just is so like exciting. Like, not even gonna lie, if what I just said comes true, like, I'm not like a diehard Persona fan or anything, but that is a pop off moment. I'm sorry. That is 100% a pop off moment.
Everyone, I'm telling you, man, if you're not excited, everyone's gonna be eating good. Get
Real.
your bowls out. Get your bowls out. Get your forks and spoons out. We about to feast.
Real.
This Summer Games Fest, not gonna lie, bro, it is Thanksgiving and Christmas combined, bro. You get everything. You get food. You get presents. You get everything, bro.
What's really crazy to, I feel like is gonna be crazy to a lot of people if they watch our reaction or they hear me talking about all this, is I'm gonna say pop off a lot and like cheer. I do that to almost everything because I'm just a fan of like everything and I play like everything. So for me to not cheer, like even if it's just a clap or like, yes, I'm so excited, like it's very likely. So like even if Activision, like I'm not even the biggest Call of Duty fan, bro. But if they did show Modern Warfare VR 2, I'll get excited because it's just a new game. That's all I care about, is that people get games that people will enjoy. Not even that I'm the biggest fan of it, is that the fact that Call of Duty is coming to VR is just a thing that is great. Like, why would I say no to that? There's no point in saying no. If I don't want to play it, I'm just not going to play it, right? But it's still just a new game for people to enjoy. So, like, anything that gets announced, I'm, like, always excited. Just some more than others, and then some I just am not interested in. There is going to be a lot of pop-off moments this month. I'm going to need some, like, vocal surgery. Like, it's going to need,
And me, I mean, I definitely won't even, I don't even know if I'll be able to get to half. Because this dude's built different, man. This dude is just, when I think of gaming, I'm like, oh yeah, that's John.
Oh yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
When you say gaming, that's his middle name.
Yeah. It's like for me, like I'm not even the biggest, like, oh well, I shouldn't say it. I am a big Sonic fan, but I'm not like diehard like you, right? Like it's not like one of my favorite. It's not like one of my favorite franchises. But if Sonic shows up, which we already know is gonna be somewhere in June,
apparently,
like I'm gonna pop off like just as much. It's awesome.
Apparently, I'll go into this later, but apparently we're getting more news tomorrow. Apparently,
yeah, I think we are.
Everyone's been saying it. I don't understand where they're getting this information.
I know exactly where it's getting from. I know exactly.
I don't know, but
we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it once we reach Sega on this list. Yeah. So the next company we could talk about, Bandai Namco. So this one's an interesting one because Bandai Namco is just so massive. They make so many games. It's hard to say what exactly they're gonna have. It's gonna be something anime related. I'm sure it's gonna be. Yeah.
I have no idea. Like
Me
I
neither.
cannot. I also feel like there's nothing that comes to mind that they recently like
Have announced or anything.
I can't think of anything they've been working on. Anything. I don't know. It's
But
very weird.
here's also the crazy thing is all these companies could like reveal like a new IP or something. You just never know. Like what if Bandai comes in with like this whole new like AAA new IP? It's like, oh crap, didn't see that one coming. So just having them announced for June is very interesting because you just never know what Bandai's gonna do. Now this next one, oh my gosh. So then we get to the next example of this list.
Hill.
Yup. I'm surprised you actually knew that.
I looked it up.
Okay. Yeah, so some of these companies that are on this list are not like big in any way. Like they don't make multiple games, right? Bloober Team being one of them. They work on one project at a time. They don't release a whole lot. They're just a single studio that works on project, right? So when you announce a studio like that, where there aren't many options, when there's been high rumors of a certain game, it's almost impossible to not think that is why they're here. Like, Bloober Team is probably only working on one or two games.
Yeah.
So we're going to see probably one of those two games. Maybe even both of those new games.
Yeah.
At Summer Games in the month of June. And the highest rumored one is Silent Hill. So now there's even that expectation that we could see Silent Hill. Now, let me just pause everybody there. I know we're going through this and saying it's very likely. There's a lot of chance it's pointing towards it. I'm not saying any of this is guaranteed. I'm still setting my expectation as just like it's high, but it's not like really high, right? Because obviously I want it to be good, so I'm gonna set my expectations high. But don't like go in there expecting to see all these games that we're talking about. Go in there expecting maybe half of them. Go in there expecting just some surprises that no one was ever thinking about. Just things like that. So,
yeah. It's more of we're just trying to think of what makes the most sense. Because if you really look at a lot of this stuff and we look at why these companies are going to be here, what makes the most sense that we could see at, during this month of June? Because personally, a lot of the stuff we've been saying, it's like sometimes when you look at some of these companies, you look at them and you're like, okay, what is Activision going to show? We already know that they're making Call of Duty, of course, and we need more information on it. We have yet to see a whole lot, so it makes sense to have Call of Duty. Same with Atlas, Persona. Persona 5 is still doing really good in sales. So more than likely, it's going to be something Persona related. There's no way it won't be. We more just go over what we feel is most likely to happen. Now, even if we say these things, these could definitely not happen whatsoever.
Oh yeah, no, it could be completely. It could be some. It can do a full 180 on us and be something completely different.
Oh yeah, Activision could just be like, no,
they could like announce a new Spyro game for all we know. It's like, didn't see that one coming at all. So it's like, which actually has been a rumor that a new Spyro game is coming out soon. If that's the case, I'm sold. Day one, Ultimate Bacon and Cheeseburger Deluxe Edition. Yeah, you already know. But anyway. Then back to Bloober Team, because I'm not talking about that. And then back to what you're saying. You're basically giving them a rundown of like our process going through this, right? And it's like we're looking at all the different options and opportunities that these studios have this June. And when I look at Bloober Team, part of the rumor of Silent Hill is that it's a PS5 timed exclusive, right? Meaning Bloober Team is working as a third-party partner with PlayStation. Just so happened PlayStation announced a state of play, mainly focusing on third-party partnerships and PlayStation VR 2 titles, So now there's even more opportunity that Bloober Team doesn't necessarily have to show up during the Summer Games Fest showcase. It doesn't have to show up on its own. It doesn't have to show up in its own thing. It could show up at PlayStation State of Play for all we know. So it's just all these things just add up when you really look. Like, this list that they announced, I can't believe they announced this many things. Like, this list is kind of OP.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, man, like, there are some that are not here that are a little, we don't have Nintendo, which, I mean, if Nintendo does not have anything for this month, that would be wild to me.
I'd be so shocked.
Another heavy hitter you don't see on this list is Ubisoft, which is also very surprising because they have showed up and they did, I think, a phenomenal job at E3.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's very surprising to not see them here. But the picture that he put up earlier, there are still more to be announced.
And Jeff Keighley has even said himself that there are more events planned that haven't been announced. So, for all we know, Ubisoft and Nintendo could both be having an event, which is why they're not on this list yet, because they haven't announced their event, right?
I would have to bet, just based off the fact that he said events, I would have to assume Nintendo is like.
Oh yeah, I mean, like there's really not. And here's something else Jeff Keighley said is that this year, more than any other year, there are less like events, which I know is weird because we just said there are more to be announced.
Yeah.
He has said that there are going to be less events in that third-party publishers have opted to be included in Summer Games Fest Showcase and the Xbox show and the PlayStation State of Play. So, like, that being said, that's why EA's on here. We know EA isn't going to be having their own event this year. They already announced it. So that's why EA's on this list, right? Yeah. I don't think Square Enix is going to do one. I just don't feel like they have enough to show. Right? And if they are going to be anywhere, I think it's going to be at the State of Play with Final Fantasy 16 or something.
Yeah.
Right? So I think this list is a hint of what's not going to have its own event, and the things that aren't on this list is a hint at what could have their own event. You see what I'm saying? So because Ubisoft and Nintendo aren't on here, could they be having their own event? And Summer Game Fest wants to let them announce it instead of them, it's a whole thing. So like, there's just so much. Like I said, this list is OP.
Yeah,
overpowered.
Definitely.
So, God, there's we've only talked about the first 5 companies on this list. Yeah. Capcom.
We're probably at 30. Okay, Capcom. Listen, all right.
I know exactly.
There's some big things that can happen here. Street Fighter 6, all right?
Huge potential. Actually, no. Pause. Betting money. Like, I know I just said I don't want to set anybody's expectations too high. Can almost 100% guarantee we're getting Street Fighter 6 somewhere. You know why?
Why do you
In the teaser trailer, they announced we're getting more news this summer.
Yeah. More than likely, Street Fighter 6. There are 2 big franchises Capcom has that I am pretty certain we will at least get a little bit of information about either one. Mm-hmm. Now, I could be wrong. Street Fighter, and I would have to bet there is 2 things that are going for this franchise, and I feel like one of them is going to be announced, and that is on Resident Evil.
Yep. And I think you're thinking of the exact game I'm thinking of.
Yep, we have Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yep,
I am correct. And maybe they did announce a sequel for Resident Evil Village.
Maybe I think we're 1 or 2 years away from that, to be honest.
But here's the thing: there's always teaser trailers.
True. They could just flash like one of those things, like the sequel to Resident Evil 8 is in development, like one of those things. But also, I'd like to point out we could get Resident Evil 8 DLC, thing that they announced last year.
Yeah.
But then, here's my thing: what event is Capcom gonna be at? Could they be at all of them? Could they just be at the State of Play with Resident Evil 4 and Street Fighter 6? Could they? I don't know.
I would have to assume they're definitely going to be at the State of Play.
Yeah, that's my best guess if I had to put a guess. But really, Capcom's massive. Like, they could announce something. Like, we could see the next Devil May Cry for all we know. Like, stuff like that. It's like, you just never know. Also, didn't they announce at the last State of Play, like, some Dino game?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that we've yet to hear about since. So we could see more of that. Really, there's just so much. Like, I can't get over how, like, OP this list really is.
Hey, they're showing up, man.
They are.
Listen, man, after all the stuff that happened over the last couple years, bro, everyone's come out to play. Everyone is coming out with their A game, bro. It's crazy. Everyone is just on the hunt, bro.
Yep. The next company that I have on my list, I'm looking at the picture. I think you're looking at like a website or whatnot.
I'm looking at the picture now.
Oh, okay. I got Coffee Stand next.
Stain.
Oh yeah, Stain. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I didn't see that eye.
No, it's all good.
They made Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know the game Deep Rock Galactic. But if I had to make a guess, we're probably going to see like their newest project, which could be a new IP. Something like that.
They made Valheim.
Did they really?
Yeah, they made Valheim.
Wow. We could see Valheim come to consoles? I could see that. I could see that for sure. I mean, Valheim was like blew up last year. So I wouldn't be too shocked about that. It's these smaller studios that are that are harder to like make guesses, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could get Goat Simulator 2. I mean, you never.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. Well, it's hard because like they don't have as many well-known franchises, but hey man, every studio they're trying to be on the come up, you know?
Yeah.
Some of these studios might catch you by surprise. Like this next one here, Deep Silver.
Oh, I think Deep Silver might actually have. I'm gonna say that I think Deep Silver is gonna have more than one. I'm not gonna say multiple because that makes it sound like 3 or 4. I could see 2 games from Deep Silver because they just make so many. And I'm gonna tell you the exact games I think we are gonna see. Dead Island 2. Yup. It's been rumored that Dead Island 2 will finally be coming out this year, ever since it was announced in 2013. Yep. There's rumors that it will be re-announced, basically, with, like, a whole new, like, just, like, look and just, like, basically, like, the game was never actually announced in 2013. It's going to be, like, a whole, like, re-announcement, which is what they're I guess calling it. I would almost bet money that we see Dead Island 2, which would be huge. I love Dead Island. It's very much like first person Dead Rising in a way. So I would be very, very excited for that. And then I would say I wouldn't make like the most like out of this world prediction and say something like a new Metro, right? But I don't know how safe of a prediction that is. But then we could see like just a whole new like game because like they made the game like Maneater, right? They made like Onrush, so there's just some game that they could be making that they show. But if I had to give a safe second prediction, it's the new Saints Row that's coming out. I could see them showing more on that game. Definitely during the Summer Games Fest showcase because Jeff Keighley actually announced Saints Row last year at Gamescom. So yeah, I Deep Silver could be pretty big. I'm actually really looking forward to see what Deep Silver has. Again, just so much potential off of this list. Devolver did this one's gonna be so hard to talk about. Like, Devolver could just be anything.
Yeah, there's so many like. Honestly, man, it could just be all new IPs.
It could. It probably will be.
Like, but more than likely, honestly, because I don't know if a lot of these, you know, games get a lot of sequels from Devolver that are published. I don't know. Devolver, honestly, just know that we might see one game in Devolver that's gonna catch a lot of eyes.
Oh yeah.
And might even multiple. And what I mean, and most of the time, Devolver games, they usually have one game that is gonna blow up.
You know what? If I had to make like a wish list for what we see from Devolver did digital, you probably didn't even think about this. What if we got DLC for Death's Door?
I mean, I don't think that happened, but I would love that.
I mean, imagine that would be. I mean, Death's Door blew up, man.
Yeah, I mean,
It won Indie Game of the Year last year.
Yeah,
So
it really just depends. I mean, like I said, man, every year there's just something new that comes. I mean, we had, there's a lot of. I mean, I'm just looking through here, and just the stuff that they publish. I mean, Death's Door, Inscription, the new one that just came out, Trek to Yami, I think is also published by.
yeah, Trek to Yomi.
Yes, that is also.
I don't know if that's Devolver, is it?
Publisher.
Oh yeah, it is. Wow, dude, Devolver. God. Yeah. So like, really, Devolver could be just. It's a wild card, really.
Yeah, but I mean, they always have one game that comes out of an event where it takes a lot, like it takes the world by storm, really.
Yeah, it gains a lot of traction, a lot of momentum, and yeah. But the most interesting thing to me about Devolver Digital is back to the thing that we said. Things that are on this list probably aren't going to have their own event apart from PlayStation and Xbox, from what, like, obviously, right? And Netflix. But, like, things that they announced, like EA, this is basically telling us that, hey, EA's not going to have an event, or Warner Bros. Isn't going to have their own event. They're just going to be a part of other shows, right?
Yeah.
Is that Devolver last year had its own show. And so now it's like they're changing things up. So they're even more of a wild card now. It's like they could show up in all three showcases for all we know. And the thing is, there's the Tribeca Game Spotlight, which is a indie event, which is Devolver in a nutshell. Then you got the Future Game Showcase, which is also another indie thing. So Devolver could just show up literally anywhere and everywhere. They could have multiple things announced.
I would not be surprised if we see maybe a couple in Xbox.
Oh yeah. Like I could see them announce some Game Pass games day one. You never know.
Yeah, because they definitely go to Game Pass.
I mean, Trek to Yomi just released Game Pass. So
yeah, I was gonna ask a quick. Actually, maybe I could just look this up.
What's that?
Because I was looking at this next company and I wanted to.
Oh,
okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So, 2K. Going back to 2K, wasn't there? Does 2K make
Borderlands?
BioShock?
Oh my!
Because I was wondering. Because I remember hearing something about.
Gosh!
I remember hearing something about BioShock, and I thought, okay, hold on. This is a really old game that a lot of people love, and I was like, who makes it? And I just looked up. It's 2K. Now, isn't there information that there's some sort of...
Well, no. We know. Like, 2K's literally said that they have been working on BioShock 4, and it's taking an open world approach.
Oh, this would be... I think this is the perfect time to do it.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about I feel like an idiot.
Hey, that's why I'm here, baby. I'm looking through.
That's why you look on the internet.
Bro, I'm looking through, man. I'm on the hunt, bro. We're trying to...
Oh my god. So 2K could really have a big showing here. Yeah, the potential of NBA, of course. And then you got Midnight Suns, which I think is very likely to be here. Yeah. BioShock would be huge. Oh my god.
honestly, I'm gonna be real. I think this is the best time to do it. If you want
Oh,
a
yeah.
surprise, BioShock would be by far the best thing you could do. I
Yeah.
think that is a
Oh,
honestly.
yeah. That's
Honestly, if they don't do it, I don't know when the opportunity will be better.
honestly, BioShock's a thing that you either open a show with or close a show with. Real. Like
I don't know where else. Like when you'll get a better opportunity.
Mhm.
I really don't. You're
Wow.
welcome.
Yeah, thanks for that. Oh man. Well, no, thank you, because now you gonna make me want to go to June 9th already. I'm just gonna go into a coma until June 9th. But then even then, it could show up at the Xbox event. You never know. Day one Game Pass. Imagine, like, just God, yeah. Like literally anything could happen. Austin Ross took a screenshot.
I took a screenshot, so I didn't have to keep going back and looking, bro.
Okay, so the next studio, Digital Extremes. They basically just make. They're. I think this is the least exciting one that we've seen so far. To be honest, not like trying to bring them down in any way, but like
they don't have as many popular.
The biggest one you guys would know is Warframe. So, take it as you will.
Moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
But hopefully they have a good showing, you know. Hopefully they come out, you know, guns blazing, you know.
Yeah.
Might even catch us by surprise.
Okay, this next one is a little interesting, though. And that is, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Dotemu. Or .emu, I don't know.
You are probably butchering.
Oh yeah,
really
for sure. But anyway, they made Streets of Rage 4. I love Streets of Rage 4. It's a great beat 'em up. Some actually say it's one of the best beat 'em ups of all time. Actually.
Oh yeah, and then they made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Shredder's Revenge. Is that what we're talking about?
I think.
Yes, it is. So. Yeah, it is because Shredder's Revenge is being made by the same company as Streets of Rage 4. So there you go. Yeah. So I could see. I don't know. I could see them doing it. You know what I really could see? Them being at the Xbox show, day one Game Pass, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. There you go. That's what I see. That's what I 100% see from them. Yeah. Now, EA, hold the phone.
My dream, I don't think it's going to happen. Skate 4.
I think it could happen.
It could, but I don't think it is going to happen.
Honestly, we could go on all day about things that EA could possibly show.
What do you think is the most likely?
I'll tell you what the most likely is, and I think it's going to 100% happen. The brand new Need for Speed is the most likely. Which I know it's racing, not everybody gets hyped. I'm actually a really big Need for Speed fan. A Need for Speed game made me cry once, real. Yeah, if you ever want to play a racing game, Austin, like Need for Speed Payback, bro. Oh, that game, like everything you do just comes full circle at the end. Oh, it's so good. But no, I've also heard though that they've taken twice as long as normal. Usually we got Need for Speed games every 2 years. It's been 4 years since the last Need for Speed game, right? And I've heard that it is like so much different than the last one, and that they've included like anime stuff to it or something. Like, I'm very curious on like what this next Need for Speed game is, and we've heard it's releasing this year, so now would be the perfect time to announce it. But another thing I think we could see, I'm actually going to say this, we are not going to see Dead Space remake. And I'll tell you why, because they recently just announced that we will see gameplay in October. So I don't think we're seeing anything until October from Dead Space.
I mean, unless a cinematic trailer.
I guess, but I don't know. It's just very unlikely in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely understand. Yeah.
But no, I think Skate 4 is actually a really good prediction. Actually, it's been in development for a while. We know that. They're not having their own event, so if they're going to announce something, it's probably going to be here. I wouldn't like go into there expecting Skate 4, but I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Another thing I could think of maybe is, I don't know, EA just has so many IPs, like, it could literally be anything. Like, I could see something Plants vs. Zombies related, which I would, like, die.
Oh my
I would
god,
die.
bro. Dude, I love Plants vs. Zombies.
Honestly, you know what would really make me cry? Titanfall 3.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Titanfall 3 anymore, because I don't know if it's a thing. I don't know if it'll ever be a thing. I hope to God it will be, but I don't know, man.
We shall see.
It makes me sad every time I think about it.
Yeah, we shall see though. But
yeah.
Another company we're gonna be seeing is Epic Games.
Oh man. Okay.
Now, Epic Games,
they could do anything.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if. I don't know if they'll show like maybe a little tiny trailer that Fall Guys is coming to every platform.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. There's gonna be like a crossover trailer for Fall Guys.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a crossover trailer for Fortnite. It's just destined to happen.
Now,
you know what I could see though? I think the biggest thing that Epic Games is gonna do this June, Epic Games owns Unreal Engine 5.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, anything Unreal Engine 5 related this June, technically Epic Games is a part of that. So this list could be suggesting we're going to see some Unreal Engine 5 stuff. Which...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
Also, see, I'm just looking this stuff up, man, and give me some of the franchises like Epic Games has made themselves, like developed, not published.
Wait, so you don't want developed, you want published?
Yes. Well, no, developed, not published.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look because I don't know what's like published and what's developed or whatnot. I know a VR game called Robo Recall.
Is Gears of War one?
No, unfortunately
not.
They don't have anything to do with Gears of War anymore.
Anymore?
Yeah.
You know, I know you.
Really, just Fortnite.
I know you would kill for a Gears of War.
Oh my god, dude. Honestly, like, I could see Gears 6 being at the Xbox show. But we haven't reached Xbox yet, so I'm not even gonna go in on that yet.
Yeah. Honestly, there's so many things you can see at the Xbox showcase.
Oh, dude. Literally, like, anything that we've been talking about, like, times 2 that for the Xbox event, because they could literally be any... I've heard it's gonna be 2 hours long. And if it's anything like last year's event, where it was literally, like, just, like, no pause, just... game after game after game after game after game after game. We're in for a ride.
Bro, last year was like a roller coaster. Now we are it's a water slide now, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Turn that around. It's like the biggest water slide in the world. Now we are going on the biggest roller coaster in the world.
Yeah. For real. Moving on. Focus Entertainment. Okay. So I've actually played quite a few games from Focus Entertainment, and there is actually quite a couple things that we could see here. Number one, we're going to be seeing the Plague Tale sequel. I think that's a given. I think that's going to be at the Xbox Showcase, because it was at the Xbox Showcase last year. It was announced to be coming Game Pass Day 1 last year. So we're probably going to get another trailer at the Xbox Showcase, plus a release date. That is my, I feel like that's a really solid prediction. I think that's because they announced that it's coming out 2022. We know Plague Tales Requiem is calling out 2022, but we need a release date. There's no other time than the Xbox showcase. So that's big. Then they just announced Greedfall 2, which is kind of like a Souls game mixed with like Skyrim a little bit. So Greedfall 2, I played Greedfall 1 for like a couple days. I liked it. It just needed work and it needed a lot more. Right? So I feel like with Greedfall 2, it could take it to another level. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see more in Greedfall 2. I think they did also announce that it's also coming out 2022. But then really, they make things like Snow Runner, like Blood Bowl, Call of Cthulhu, The Surge. They could really do anything, but I think the biggest thing that they're going to be here for is a Plague Tale. I think that's the most definite thing for them. Now, this next studio, I'm so excited, because it was announced today that Frost Giant Studios will be revealing their first ever game, because this is a brand new studio getting its world premiere at Summer Games Fest on June 9th. They announced like it will be at the Summer Games Fest showcase. Like it'll be on June 9th. Yeah. So for them hyping up like a specific studio like that is so rare. Like what? Like it sums up with Frost Giant, and so I'm very excited to see what it is. Because like the way Jeff Keighley like tweeted about it, he's like, and they will have their world premiere at Summer Games Fest to introduce a whole new universe, and it's like, oh my god.
That's Jeff Keighley for you.
Yeah, and then it's like Frost Giant Studios has so many like members a part of it that are like from like all across the industry that have worked on so many franchises. So it's like there's a lot of potential with that Frost Giant. I have heard they're really into strategy game. Like I don't know if what they're gonna announce will be a strategy game. Whatever they announce, I'll look forward to it. But whatever they have is a complete mystery. It's a new IP, unless it's not. Unless it's a license. Like what if they're making like a Marvel game or something, or the 20th Star Wars game? You know, I mean, it could be it could be something. Humble Games. I'm not necessarily sure I know what this is. Forager. I know Forager. Slay the Spire. Yeah, I don't really know what this one's gonna do. I don't really have much to say about that. I mean, do you have anything on your handy dandy Google?
I have not really found anything.
No.
So.
All right, cool. Well, we can go on to the next one, which is Level Infinite, which I do know Level Infinite. I don't know what they could really show, to be honest. I do not know, man. Like, there are some games that are like, I don't really know if you would know like Level Infinite all that much. Basically, no, not really. The only game I think you would know is actually, I take it back. So they made the Blood Hunt, right?
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So they made Blood Hunt. And then they're making the Warhammer Dark Tide. The new the Xbox game Warhammer. So I could see them being at the Xbox event with an update on Warhammer Dark Tide. That's my guess for them. But moving on, Mediatonic. I honestly
Mediatonic is the ones that created Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Never mind. I didn't know that.
Were you about to say you didn't know?
Yeah, I was like, it sounds so familiar, but I honestly can't think of anything that they
I
make.
mean, look
so.
at the logo. I mean,
That doesn't really tell me much.
I could see a crown there.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
I mean, but yeah, Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I think.
I would have to assume you're gonna just get more Fall Guys information unless they show like a new IP or something else.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff there. MiHoYo. MiHoYo is the studio behind Genshin Impact.
Oh snap! We could definitely see Genshin Impact be here,
So
or just a new IP, or just a new IP.
No, we are going to see Genshin. There's no that game to
It's
this
too
day
big, yeah.
continues to get updates, expand like that game continues to get new characters. I mean, it is still very popular and continues to get like new characters and a lot of different things. I would not be surprised if it's just more Genshin, which I know a lot of people are very happy about.
Yeah. Moving on, Netflix.
We're honestly, man, Netflix. It seems like they really want to jump into the
Gaming
video
space.
game
Yeah.
TV show. You know,
Yeah.
they want to jump into the gaming verse, man. The movies have been coming out recently.
Well, they have said that they are gonna start adding video games to like a Netflix subscription, right? But it's gonna be like indies and stuff, so it won't be like. So I could see them announcing some like their video game catalog on you know,
Yeah.
on their Geek Week event, whatever it's called. But this next one, we're gonna skip it because it's gonna take a while, right? We're probably gonna spend a little chunk of time on that one.
We'll save the biggest ones for last.
Yeah.
It's probably best we do so, because then we're gonna be there for a while. It'd be a boring ending if we just was like, all right, and the last one is
Tribeca Game Festival.
Studio MDHR.
I'm not really sure what they make. They could announce anything. All right, good night.
Yeah.
So
what's up on the next one instead?
Raw Fury. So do you know the game Sable that just released?
No.
Really? You don't know Sable? I figured you would.
No. I'm looking at this and I have no idea.
Really? Okay.
Out of all the games I see, I do see a game that I think Christian played. Is it Call of the Sea?
Yeah, they made that? Call of the Sea?
Oh, well, okay. They didn't make it, but they published it.
Oh, I mean, hey, okay, that's cool. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, they published that game.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of these that are just, it could literally be whatever. It could be whatever. There really is no guessing. Samsung Gaming Hub, pretty good guess. Mobile games. Yeah. We're gonna skip it.
Oh, here we go.
Square Enix. Okay, we can talk about Square Enix. Yeah. What? Are you good?
You just skipped one, bro.
I know. I said skip it.
Damn.
Unless, okay, fine. Do you want to do it right now?
No, sure. We'll wait.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We got Square Enix. All right. Here's the surprising thing. A lot of what Square Enix they've announced a lot of stuff recently. A lot. Now, this is something huge. There is a pretty good possibility, if I remember correctly, based off the information we have obtained, that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is at some point going to receive some information.
Yikes.
Now what?
No, it's just like, it's a risk take, you know? Like,
it is a risk take, but anything's
possible, you know.
But my thing is, John, is when are they gonna have another I mean,
Next
honestly, you
year.
could do it in any other one. I understand next year, but like, didn't the person, like, one of the people that like specifically focuses on it say that we are going to receive information very soon?
What I heard was that we would hear about part 2 before Final Fantasy 16 releases.
Yeah.
So, that being said, here's my thought about Square Enix.
Oh yeah, I forgot to also say 16 could be a huge
Yeah,
possibility.
I think 16 will show up at the State of Play. I really do.
Finally, because that game still needs a release date.
And
correct?
and we know it's a timed exclusive for PlayStation. So it would make sense to show up at the State of Play. And so the thing is, if it is shown at the State of Play, and if we get a release date, then we know when we could look to see Final Fantasy 7 Part 2. Yeah. Right? My thing is, if Final Fantasy 16 is there, I can't imagine they would show anything Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, because I don't think they would want to take the hype away from 16.
I would love to just see a teaser.
It'd be nice just to see a Buster Sword or something.
Like, I honestly think people at this point that aren't crazy on social media, I think it'd be great just to show that it is in the works, and that it is definitely, like it is a thing, because like a lot of people, they may not be on social media. I know that's hard, but a lot of people don't go through looking through this stuff. But a lot of people are hungry and eager for a part 2. And I mean, honestly, man, I think it'd be a huge announcement. Will it happen? It is honestly, I think, a 75-25% chance. 25% of it happening, 25%.
Math.
25% of it happening, 75% of it not happening. But there's always a chance, man.
Yeah, there is. And you know what else there's a chance for? Finally, after I feel like ages of waiting, more Dragon Quest 12 news. Right? They announced that like last year, I think. Haven't gotten anything on that. Kingdom Hearts 4.
I don't think we're gonna get Kingdom Hearts.
I don't think either, but like you just said, anything could happen.
Definitely.
Just Cause 5 would make me cry. I mean, bro, if I see a big gun anywhere during Summer Games Fest, oh yeah. I'm instantly jumping to conclusion it's Just Cause 5. If I see a
yeah, seize a gun is Fortnite.
Oh my god. But yeah, so Square Enix, I mean, last year they had their own event. That's just how big they are. The only interesting thing about Square Enix, like the weird thing about them right now, is that they just sold all their like Western studios. So don't expect like them to announce like anything Marvel related or anything, like, because
dumb.
Yeah,
I can't.
Nothing Tomb Raider related. So yeah, very sad.
Yeah, and they like. I don't know. That whole situation, like, I swear they didn't even get the most amount of money they could have gotten out of that.
Yeah.
Like, but whatever. I mean, it's whatever. I mean,
okay.
So Skybound Games. I'm seeing Walking Dead.
That's what I saw. I don't know if that's right though. Is that right?
I mean, well, okay. They published it.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Did they? Oh, they also Did they They also published Before Your Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You try to keep your eyes open. So this more seems like a publishing studio or company.
Hang on, I'm gonna check something real quick because this could be massive. Hold on, who did they publish this game? Publisher, let's see. No. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. They published Slime Rancher.
Oh, they did?
So we could see Slime Rancher 2 make a reappearance at the Xbox show.
Oh!
Probably. That could be huge. And then, not that this game is going to mean anything to what they're going to show, but I think they also published... Okay, nope. No, they did not. Never mind. So yeah, Slime Rancher. I think Slime Rancher 2 is a very
Hey, are you sure
confident
that...
statement.
I'm looking at Slime Rancher 2, and it just says Monami Park.
Yeah, so Minami Part is a part of Skybound.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Right,
Like Skybound owns that.
Yeah. Honestly, I could see Slime Rancher 2 finally getting... Because it doesn't have a release date.
It said
right?
2022 last year. No, like last year when it was announced, it said 2022.
Yeah, it just said,
So as long as it didn't get delayed...
I think there's a good chance that will get a release date.
You know what my thing is like all these companies, how many more 2023 bangers are we gonna get like announced here? You know, how much more stack is 2023 gonna be? Steam, which is Valve, basically. Dreams can come true, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Valve can't make those happen. So,
Wow, way to just come after them.
Look, the only way they could make our dreams come true is if they learn to count to 3.
Honestly, bro, Steam, hey man, we could see a lot of games go to Steam.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking? What do you think Steam's gonna do? I mean, there's so much. I don't even know if you can even.
It's so hard to predict. Like,
Steam is like basically like Devolver. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Honestly, I think like something that I guess, like honestly, I'm just throwing something out there to say a prediction, just so I could say a prediction. Like maybe like Half-Life Alyx 2, like a sequel to the VR Half-Life.
Mm-hmm.
That's like maybe something like I could see that being like a big bomb drop or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Valve could really just do anything. They could do whatever they want. Also, they just have the Steam Deck, so I could see them just advertising that somehow. So
yeah,
I don't know. Valve is another wild card here. Studio MDHR.
Cuphead.
Yeah, I know them.
Honestly, do you think you could see a new IP?
I think we could see Cuphead 2.
I don't know, because didn't they just announce DLC?
Like last year.
I mean, I'm looking at this. Oh wait, no, that's when it comes out. I mean, I don't know. I just know it comes out June 30th.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could see a new IP.
Could
just be Cuphead 2.
It could just be Cuphead 1 more DLC.
Yeah, or it could just be literally like going there just to tell us that it's coming out again.
Yeah. Next one is Tribeca Festival, which I mean they're holding a Tribeca game spotlight, so obviously we know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
Okay.
All right, let me just tell you, I'm gonna throw it down. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna prepare your big boy pants, because we're about to go in on this. All right. I have no doubt in my mind Mortal Kombat is coming.
Ooh, interesting that you said Mortal Kombat specifically. Interesting.
I mean, how long has that been talked about, and how long have we not gotten?
Man, we're about to go on a conversation.
Because I think out of anything that I could see, I think Mortal Kombat's one of the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, so
this is me personally. Now I know there's some other things that you specifically probably would like to speak about. I feel like Mortal Kombat is probably the most likely, in my opinion, to show up here.
Okay, there are so many things that I could talk about here. First and foremost, yeah, Mortal Kombat could absolutely show up. So basically, just in general, I think NetherRealm Studios is going to be here. They're finally, after years of waiting, going to announce their next game. And to anybody who doesn't know the whole fiasco going on with them, is they had a pattern. In 2011, they released Mortal Kombat 9, I believe. I think. Yes. Right? Then 2013 was Injustice 1. Okay? Then in 2015, 2015 was MKX. Then in 2017 was Injustice 2, and then 2019 MK11. So as you see, there was a pattern. Every 2 years, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Mortal Kombat. 2 years passed, 2021, everybody was so ready for Injustice 3. Cricket noises. Right? Nothing. Didn't hear a single thing from NetherRealm. No Injustice, no nothing. DC didn't say a peep, nothing. Then we go to 2022. Still haven't heard crap. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's rumors. It could be Marvel. It could be Mortal Kombat. It could be Injustice 3. It could be Mortal Kombat versus DC. It could be Marvel versus DC. It could be a whole new IP. It could be Killer Instinct for all we know.
Oh, yeah?
NetherRealm has to be here. I don't even care if it's another Mortal Kombat. I just want my NetherRealm game, bro. Give it to me! I think NetherRealm has a huge shot at being here. And because NetherRealm has such a good relationship with Jeff Keighley. So, if it's going to be anywhere, I think it's going to be at the Summer Games Fest showcase.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to hope that they show up with more than just Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, no. So, then I'm going to go on. Obviously, we could see Hogwarts Legacy releasing this year. Right? We could see Gotham Knights releasing this year. We could see Suicide Squad releasing next year. We could see things that you wouldn't even think of, like multiverses. We could see multiverses be here. We could see more DLC for Lego Star Wars.
Now that I think about it, yeah, multiverses, new character announcements, because there's a bunch of characters that have been leaked that are gonna be in the...
Yep, we could get...
Honestly, Warner Bros. Could have a huge like event here.
Yep.
Like they could come in guns blazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, Warner Bros. I'm not gonna lie, man. I really wish that I could see them pull a Ubisoft, like how they did at E3.
Just unnecessarily went phenomenal. Just
guns blazing, grenades in hands. Just coming out with all of the heat, just not taking any. Because I will say, man, Warner Bros. They tell me, man, a lot of their games do not miss.
No, they do not.
I'm not the biggest Warner Bros. Fan. I do really like Warner Bros. It's definitely, for me at the moment, it stands at an A tier. But I cannot deny Warner Bros. Is S tier. It is fun. They are phenomenal at what they do. The games, just what they produce is phenomenal.
Even just as like a company, they're just great. Like,
I hope and I pray that they come out guns blazing. But if they don't, it is what it is. But at the same time, I would like to hope that Jeff Keighley, gives them a little bit more leverage. I'm not to say that he won't, but I just really hope they come out guns blazing. If there's any company I want to see come out that really comes out with some surprises, it would be Warner Bros.
Now, multiverses could be here. I could really actually see Lego Star Wars DLC, like a Clone Wars expansion. I could really see that being like announced or something. Yeah. But I'm going to go off the chain a little bit, right? I'm going to make a bold prediction. Hold on to your butts. Put your big girl panties on.
Oh, hold on. Let me change.
Okay. I think Wonder Woman could be
Oh,
here.
yeah. Oh yeah, actually, when was that announced? Because that was announced
At
a while back.
Game Awards. At the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley, Jeff Keighley.
Yeah. Yes,
I could
know
see
him.
it, bro. I could
I
see
know
it.
him. I know who he is. Honestly, we haven't got like barely any news.
No, nothing. Literally zero.
I think it needs to be here. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a perfect opportunity, in my opinion, to do it. And we don't know absolutely anything. Like,
Yep.
at all.
Nope.
We need something.
Dude, Warner Bros. Could just... Oh, they have so much potential. God, I love Warner Bros.
Bro, they're... Man, Warner Bros.
Favorite-
They're goated with the sauce.
Favorite publisher, apart from Xbox. But,
I mean,
it's Xbox.
there's so many things, man. But I guess we can hop on. We'll probably... I guess we won't go to the Titans. We'll go to the one that we skipped earlier, which is...
Yes.
Sega!
Wait. What's their sound effect? It's like... It's like something like that.
Yeah, it's like... Dun.
Yeah, doom.
With the eye effect.
It's kind of like the PlayStation.
So we
PlayStation.
already know. We already know for a fact. Sonic the Hedgehog's gonna be there.
Oh wait, well no. Fake news. So,
Fake news.
okay, so I don't think Sonic the Hedgehog is just gonna be there. Quotation marks, right?
I mean,
Sorry, that was rude. Okay.
Think about it. Tomorrow we might be getting some news.
Well, no.
All right.
No, bro.
Okay. I'm not understanding what you're putting down. You got.
All right.
Spit.
All right. I'm going. All right.
Give me the information.
So, Sonic Frontiers has signed a deal with IGN. Okay. Now just pause. I know IGN signed a deal. What? Yeah. What? Question marks. Exclamation mark. Yeah. Pause. All right. IGN has this program where every month they select a game to do coverage on throughout the entire month. Last month was the Corey. We got the first 30 minutes of the game from IGN. We got a gameplay overview. We got expansive information, developer interviews. They call it IGN first, right? Something happens on the first day of the month. They show something on the first day of the month. Everyone's saying we're getting more things tomorrow because it's the first day of the month. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. We're probably going to get more tomorrow, right? Yeah. But not only is Sonic the Hedgehog going to be at Summer Games Fest, it is going to be throughout the entire month of June. Yeah. So be prepared to see story, to see gameplay, to see like demos. Really, IGN is going to cover the game throughout the entire month. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to get to this whole time, because Sega's here. Yeah, we get that. Atlas is also there, which is also Sega. Yeah. But really, Sega is Sonic is just going to be one of the biggest games of Summer Games Fest because it's going to be there throughout the entire thing. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Apart from Sonic and apart from Atlas possibly showing Persona, Sega could really do anything. And if I had to put money on something, I think it could be Yakuza 8.
Oh, dude. I was going to say that Yakuza Like a Dragon 2 is definite, or Yakuza 8 in Japan. Mm-hmm. It is rumored that the game is finished and that voice acting is the main thing that they are focusing on, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Based off what you showed me. Now, I could see us getting a Japanese voice-acted teaser trailer for it. I feel like if there's a big reveal that they would show, I would hope that it's that, because we do know it's in development, and it appears that it's pretty much almost done. Yeah, which is absolutely insane to me, because Ryuga Gotaku, or however you pronounce, I always forget, but they pump out so much content. It is unreal.
Yeah.
The fact that this game came out, what was it, 2019?
2020, Like a Dragon.
Yeah, like 2020.
Yeah.
It has been 2 years, and they're apparently, like, done with this one.
Yeah. Kiwami 2 was 2018, I think.
Golly.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I might be wrong.
oh my God, what kind of sugar are they? What kind of sugar in their coffee are they drinking?
Yeah. So really, Sega could also be another one of those companies that just shows up big.
Yeah. I mean, one of my dreams, bro, is that I love when companies bring back old IPs.
Oh yeah, Jet Set Radio.
I would love for them to bring back that franchise, bro.
Yeah.
I think it'd be that's a dream, but like chances of that happening.
I will add
0.1%.
I will add, if Nintendo does have a direct, Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yes, that is also true as well. If Nintendo shows up, Bayonetta 3 does not have a release date.
Nope.
And honestly, it's kind of looking scary.
I think it's gonna get delayed.
There are a lot of people that are saying that it could get delayed, but at the same time, if Nintendo shows up, there is a good shot we will see Bayonetta 3 because that game needs to have a release date.
Yep.
There has been no news on it whatsoever since the last Nintendo Direct that we had.
Yeah.
Or well, was it the last one?
Yep. No. Two directs ago. Two directs ago.
Yeah, it was 2 because the last one was Mario Strikers.
Yes.
But yeah, we definitely need news on that. So hopefully we get some. If we don't see it at this event, I honestly think the game is gonna get delayed till next year. Which, honestly, it's all good, man. It is what it is. You know, that just means the lineup becomes more goated for next year. Also,
could this mean they get acquired? No. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, man, right. Sega's exciting. Very exciting.
So who do you want to jump to? Do you want to jump
definitely PlayStation? Definitely PlayStation.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was
definitely the Blue brand because they're having the smaller event. That's basically my reason for doing them first. It's a state of play. It's not like a showcase or anything. So
yeah, like John said, we're not. What do you mean smaller? I mean it's a 30-minute state of play, which is not their normal. Let's say maybe 45 minutes to 50 minutes, like of a PlayStation event, like showcase.
I think personally,
compared to what we have, which would be like an Xbox potential 2-hour event.
Yeah, just showcasing everything. Like, yeah. I think personally, what really excites me about PlayStation is obviously, Austin. I'm sure a lot of people who listen to this podcast know that I buy almost everything.
No.
Right?
No.
And I always look forward to the next console, right?
No.
And we could get a release date and price for the PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah?
I think that's what really excites me because to be honest, the third party category of the state of play could be anything. There's so many options, in infinite amount of possibilities. But then there's the specific category, PlayStation VR 2. Mm-hmm. We know we're gonna see some bangers for PSVR 2, and we're just getting more news on PSVR 2 in general, which is huge. Yeah. So I think no matter what, we can definitely look forward to PSVR 2. Then it's really the third party aspect that we can speculate and set our expectations how we want. Yeah. However, like you said, I think there is possibility for it to be bigger than most state of plays because of the length and just from what they've said. Just the coincidence of all these studios being a part of Summer Games Fest is we could see Street Fighter 6, we could see Final Fantasy 16, we could see Resident Evil 4 remake, we could see.
There's a lot of games that need Sony needs
Silent Hill
release dates, bro. Where are these release dates? This is crazy to me. Sony, out of all three companies, is looking by far at this moment the weakest. And only because we have no idea when these are coming out. We still don't know when God of War is coming out.
Yep. Which actually pause. You know how I was saying Marvel's Midnight Suns got rated in South Korea, which happens almost every time within the next month a release date happens. Well, God of War got rated in South Korea like a week ago. So, but my thing was like, I don't think anything first party except VR will show up at the State of Play. So now my question is, where would God of War show up?
I wonder if they're just saving it for another PlayStation. But the thing is, when is that? You know, because there are rumors that the rumors right now is that it's going to happen in
September.
Okay.
Which would follow the last 2 years. They have a September showcase.
Yeah.
Which would make sense, but then the problem is if they save Ragnarok for that, Ragnarok's rumored to come out in September. It's just such an interesting scenario for PlayStation, for God of War specifically, because it's supposed to come out this year, but they're not having a showcase. And it just got rated in South Korea. So it's like, what? It just makes no sense. So maybe it will be at the State of Play. Maybe it will shock the world, and it'll be at the State of Play.
They could just quickly go over it and give us the release date.
Can you imagine? Hold on. Can you imagine if this State of Play opens with Final Fantasy 16, then we go to Street Fighter 6, right? Then we get something else like Silent Hill, and then we go into VR, Horizon, Call of the Mountain. Modern Warfare 2 VR. Something else like Killzone VR is a highly rumored thing. It's like PlayStation's first-person shooter, right? It's their first-person shooter, Killzone VR, right? And then they drop the price and release date of PlayStation VR 2, and then at the very end, they be like, "Oh, and God of War Ragnarok this September." Oh my God, it would be the most legendary. State of Play. It would be an unbeatable State of Play. Real.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so interesting that it's a State of Play at this time with this many, scenarios like God of War Ragnarok and no release dates the rest of the year. It's just such an interesting, situation for PlayStation. I don't know. It makes it seem like this State of Play is just going to be bananas. But then when you look at every other State of Play, they just are all meh.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I do not know, man. We could see anything, man.
Real. But let's go ahead. And let's not talk about Xbox. Good night. No, let's go ahead and talk about Xbox, because in my opinion, I think Xbox has the biggest possibilities and the biggest opportunity, because I think it's going to be the longest and it's going to have the most to show. Right? And because of Game Pass. And because of I don't know, maybe 28 first-party studios, maybe something like that. Maybe big games like Starfield and Redfall, and maybe things rumored like a Gears of War collection, which would be awesome. Maybe that's why this might be the biggest event. It's just a little, I don't know, maybe.
I will say, after this, if Nintendo... Do you still want to talk about Nintendo? We're assuming that they're going to show up. We might as well talk about them as well after. I mean, we've already started on Xbox, so we might as well just go through with it.
Yeah, but we'll talk about Nintendo afterwards.
Xbox, man, I understand a lot of people are very upset that Redfall and Starfield, unfortunately, have both been delayed to next year.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked. I wasn't really surprised about Starfield. It was Redfall that I was really surprised got delayed.
Yeah.
Because I know Starfield is the main game that they're specifically focused on that they have been hyping up for a while now. Now, not to say Redfall is not being hyped up, but compared on the levels,
Starfield's one of the most hyped games in like the last decade. Like,
yeah,
real.
And it was very surprising that both of them got delayed to me. But I mean, honestly, Phil Spencer and Xbox, not just Xbox, but Phil Spencer even understands a game should not come out if it is not ready to go.
Yes.
A game that is not finished will never be better than a game that is finished and ready to go.
Yep.
I know that might sound really stupid, but I'm sorry.
Like that one guy said, a rushed game is forever bad. A delayed game will eventually be good.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's just
trash, but
like the story sucks, aka Cyberpunk.
Well, even then, I think that game was still rushed.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Jesus, how long was that delayed?
Oh, it was announced in 2013. Came out 2020. Still sucked. I wouldn't say it sucked. It just was not ready to come out. That's just it. It was overwhelmed by bugs. It didn't run on last gen consoles.
Yeah.
It just was not a good time.
It needed to restart or get a new team because I don't know who made Cyberpunk.
CD Projekt Red, the Witcher team.
Wow, that is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you just hop on your PlayStation?
That is an oof moment. That's like, oh god, that hurts.
Yeah. Did you just turn on your PlayStation?
No.
I heard the PlayStation in the background. Anyway, so yeah, Xbox, man, there is so much that could show. We could sit and talk about like what we think is gonna show up. For me, I think one of the most likely. So I'm not gonna talk about things like. Obviously, we're more than likely seeing Starfield. We're more than likely seeing Redfall, right? We're seeing all that stuff. We're gonna see a lot of the what?
Fable.
We're gonna get to that. Calm me down. Hey, yo, I ain't trying to have a heart attack, all right?
Man, listen, man. Your heart is gonna explode. Honestly, man, I feel like just waiting for this event. It's like I was gonna make a joke, but I don't know if I want to talk about that.
My valve is gonna bust.
It was including that car incident. I was gonna say my heart is gonna beat faster than at that moment. I don't know if I.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Here, a better joke could be my singular valve in my heart will bust.
My lungs don't work.
What?
My lungs don't work, bro.
All right. Anyway, so moving on. I think so. Obviously, we're gonna see Redfall. We're gonna see Starfield. We're gonna see things like third-party partners like Slime Rancher 2, Plague Tales, Requiem, things that we've already talked about. We're gonna see more. We're gonna see new third-party games, right? But then you get to the things that we haven't heard from in a while, or the things that we know are coming but haven't been shown or announced yet. So let's get into it. Starting off with, I think, the most likely one, the Indiana Jones game. Oh, yeah. Basically, from my understanding, it's going to be Uncharted, but Indiana Jones. Which, sign me up. Give me that ultimate deluxe bacon, egg, and cheeseburger edition of that game. Because it's going to be lit.
Give him the triple deluxe Krabby Patty.
Yeah, give me the extra large order of fries edition because I'm ready to devour.
Honestly, bro, this man pulled up to McDonald's and was like, "Hey,
give me everything on your menu.
No apple slices, please."
What? I'm so confused.
Because you know how they ask you for extra fries.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Okay.
would you like an extra fry or apple slices? This man said, "Get these apple slices off me. Big boys get the extra fries."
Oh my gosh. But no. So Indiana Jones, man.
You were so confused.
I was like, where did the apples come from, bro? Like. All right. So anyway,
I love that joke. That was
Indiana Jones was announced like last year, 2 years ago. We haven't actually seen the game, but we know it's coming. We started to see concept art, and then there's leaks and rumors. And the big one right now is we're not actually sure if the Indiana Jones game will be exclusive to Xbox. And the reason for this is, number one, it could just be Xbox deciding, hey, we want to reach a wider audience, so we're not going to make it exclusive, which is a fair point. Like, if that is the case, I don't blame Xbox for it. I mean, as an Xbox like person, if you're an Xbox person, you're probably like, I mean, I want it to be exclusive. I want to feel good about it. But to be fair, in all goodness of the game, in the studio, in Xbox, it wouldn't make sense to release it on PlayStation as well. But yeah. I think the real reason why it's going multi-platform is obviously Indiana Jones is a licensed IP. Meaning when you start development on a licensed IP, you need a lot of different contracts, a lot of all that, right? I think they signed a contract with PlayStation, like with them to make it a multi-platform game before they acquired Bethesda. That's what I think happened. I'm pretty certain that's what happened. But either way, I'm excited to see Indiana Jones game because, I mean, I'm sure it'll be great. How do you mess up Indiana Jones except pulling a Last of Us Part 2 and killing him in the first 2 hours? But anyway, moving on. Another game that I think has a pretty decent likelihood, which would be, in my opinion, the biggest game announced at the Xbox show, Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
That would be huge. And the thing is, it's rumored to be being made by the Gears of War team. Like, oh my goodness. I might die, like, right then and there. Like, I might actually just drop and see Jesus. So, it's... dude, there's... Oh my god, there's so many. And then you got things like rumored... People are expecting the next Doom to be shown. People are expecting the next Wolfenstein, right?
You think the next Doom?
I think it's possible. I think for sure ID Software is going to be there, which they make Doom. Yeah. I think ID will be showing their newest project, which, in my opinion, I think it is Doom. But we also know they're working on a multiplayer game as well, so they could show that. I don't think it's that far off to say we could see Doom. I don't think so, because Doom Eternal came out in 2019, I think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it came out in 2019, so we'd be getting an announcement for a game. Doesn't mean it's coming out this year. Doesn't even mean it's coming out next year, but we could see an announcement for the next Doom.
Nope, you're wrong.
2020?
Yep, you're wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
It sounded right. But...
Yeah, it did. I just don't remember it during quarantine. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird times, man.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't think it's that off to see the next Doom. But definitely, I think we could see the next Wolfenstein for sure. Wolfenstein 3 would be awesome. We could see Prey 2. That could be a thing. Be awesome. Prey 1 is like actually a really good like horror first-person shooter. It's actually really good. It's also very psychological. You like it. Hellblade 2, I think we could for sure see. Get a release date on that. I think we could see the next Forza Motorsport. Get a release date on that. Of course, like Austin said, yeah, I need to calm. I need to... Fable. We could see Fable. Oh my gosh. We could also see Avowed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we could see Avowed. Dude, there's just so much we could see. A dream come true would be to see Stated K3, but I still think we're ways away from that. We could see Everwild get a re-announcement. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't care about Rare. Like I'm just fed up with it, man. Like just oh my god.
You know what I'm actually gonna say though? I'm gonna say I think Double Fine will be there with a Banjo-Kazooie remastered.
No.
Real, dude. I think. Yeah.
No. They have said they don't want to tackle that. They would not.
They said a new Banjo game. I'm saying a remaster.
They said no. They said anything relating to that franchise they would not take because they feel first of all it would be taking away. They said they don't think they would be able to do it justice like Rare would, and second they want to work. They joined Xbox to work on their own things that they want to work on, not what other people want them to work on.
Yeah, I mean that's good on them, really.
I'm saying this, Banjo. Honestly, man, if he doesn't get something in the next 2 years, he's dead. It's just he's in the grave. I think that franchise is just gone. I'm gonna be
this
real.
is an interesting one. It's been highly rumored, highly leaked, that we are getting the Master Chief Collection treatment done to another Xbox franchise. I personally think it's Gears of War. I think it's going to be called the Marcus Phoenix Collection. And it's going to be amazing. Right? Because that means you're getting all the Gears of War multiplayer back on next-gen hardware. Do you know how insane that is? Bro, on the 360, Gears of War was the stuff. Oh my gosh. Like, Gears of War was massive. On 360.
Didn't you also talk about Arc 2?
Oh, yeah. So Arc 2 could also be a game that we see here. There's just so many third-party things that could show up at the Xbox show. It's, like, hard to list them all off.
I'm actually looking at this release, or, like, one of the... I'm looking at one of the things, all right? You know, I'm looking at... have we got a release date for Atomic Heart?
Yes. It's either September, October, November, December. One of those four.
Okay.
Because in the trailer they had like classified ER like BER at the end of the like date. So we know it's September, October, November, December.
Honestly, this website is basically covering everything that we've said. They are a little behind because they don't go into much details.
There's probably like Scorn on there, right? If I'm
no, not even that. There's no Fable. There's no. I mean, it only goes over the basic.
Wow.
This is why we're here, man. We try to break all this stuff down.
Yeah. I think we could see, if it's not a Gears of War collection, I think it'll be a Fable collection, which would also be really, really cool. I think personally, I'd go with Gears of War just because I feel like those need it more, especially since we're getting the new Fable. I don't think we need it just yet. But then the biggest thing, which I know we're gonna see, because we're talking about Xbox. New IP. We're going to see some new IPs. We're going to see Compulsion Games' new IP. We're probably going to see Tim Schafer's new IP. You don't know who he is.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Is this a thing? Hold up. I'm reading this article. It could be not right. After some recent delays, Xbox 2022 lineup remains up in the air. Many will be eager for news on Elder Scrolls 6.
Not happening. If it does happen, the world's going to explode. Like, I don't think you realize it is the sequel to Skyrim, people. Like, if that happens, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, the article literally says, but this is extremely unlikely given how far away we are from that game releasing.
It's expected 2026. So
Jesus.
Yeah. But no, what I also gonna say is could see Perfect Dark, the initiative game. I would love that. I would so love that. God, there's just so much the Xbox could show. It's unreal.
Yeah,
Um,
there is so
yeah,
much.
and then of course Game Pass is of course gonna have like the biggest presence there.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a lot of game. Honestly, like I said earlier, there's some games that could pop up. Yakuza Like a Dragon 2 could be announced for that
Yeah,
whenever it
yeah.
comes out. There's a lot of
Even games that are already announced could be announced for Game
yeah.
Pass, which would
Yeah,
just be
I
a great
mean,
announcement.
there's a lot of games that have yet to. Game Pass is definitely they're gonna have an entire segment that's gonna go over.
Well, and you know what? Today
Pass.
they announced a new wave of Game Pass games, right? And it's
Yeah.
actually a pretty good wave in my opinion. But then they also said that they have more games coming, and to tune into the Xbox Bethesda showcase to see more.
Yeah.
And so they're literally teasing, being like, "Yo, we got Game Pass games, man."
Yeah.
And
Xbox is. See, my thing is I was gonna say, like I do think we could see them going harder this year than they did last year at E3, but I know for sure if Redfall and Starfield came out this year, everyone would be going absolutely insane. But I still feel like we'll still see a good amount of stuff. But I think they can definitely pull a better year at the Summer Game Fest over E3 from last year.
you know what I'm gonna say is, you actually brought up a good point to me the other day when we were rewatching the events. I think like this is the event where they bring everything back from what they've like announced, and they finally like show everything.
Yeah.
Like we're finally gonna actually see Avowed. We could actually finally see Fable. We could actually finally see all the games that they announced last year. Right? It's like this is the event where we could actually see everything plus more announcements along the ways. So it's like this event could be mad, especially if it's 2 hours long. You already know they're trying to cram as many things as possible into there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's not confirmed it's 2 hours, but that's like the big rumor right now.
I mean, no matter what, if it's just
we know it's going to be at least an hour and a half. We know it's at least going to be an hour.
Yeah.
So
like that alone is just like, my gosh, dude. Like Xbox, I'm telling you, man, if you don't think this year is their year, I'm telling you, I've been saying this. Next year, they are going to dominate the market, bro. It is. Everyone's going to be shaking in their boots, man.
Yeah.
So I guess is anything else that you got that you can think of?
Not off the like top of my head. I'm sure there is more that I'll think about like later or another day, but
yeah. Maybe never know. But
oh yes, I just thought of it. Could we see any acquisitions?
Oh God, if only, dude. I would love for. Oh my God, I'd love for Phil Spencer to just come out and be like, "We have acquired these new teams." Like it. Oh,
our internal studios have gone up from 35 to 65. It's like we went on a quest to spend as much money as freaking possible. And this is what we have come up with.
And as a lot of people say, it was just back pocket change that was needed.
It's just business. No hard feelings, PlayStation. But yeah.
Dude, I'm
so ready. Man. I'm so ready.
Yeah. But also before I want to talk about, should I say we talk about Nintendo? I don't know about Ubisoft, because Ubisoft has probably a less likely chance of being here. I'm still surprised that I do not see them on this list.
Yeah. We know there's some games releasing this year, and then we know there's some games releasing early next year. They've come out and said that Avatar, their new pirate game, sort of like Sea of Thieves, called Skull and Bones, Mario plus Rabbids, and another project will all be releasing between now and early 2023. So they got to be there somehow, because they need to update these games.
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird. Like, I'm just very surprised that I mean, Nintendo, I understand. You know, they announce their stuff a little close to when things happen, but it's like, I'm just very surprised Ubisoft isn't here. I mean,
Yeah.
they were at E3, and it's like, did they not get the memo that Summer Game Fest, like E3's gone, and now like Summer Game Fest is basically like our next opportunity? You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I want to talk about Nintendo
All
because
right, let's talk
Nintendo,
about it.
I think Nintendo's going to be here,
Oh
and
yeah.
if they're not, that would be the most shocking thing ever.
Oh yeah. I'd be mind blown.
I mean,
I'd kind of be disappointed. Really?
yeah, but at the same time, I mean, what all do they have to show? Really, I feel like they've shown so
They need to help
much.
next year's lineup. That's what they need to do.
Like, honestly, yeah, I feel like at this point they just need to focus on the next year because, like,
Yeah.
there's so many things that this year they have.
Bro,
just,
they are good. Like, if anybody complains about them this year, bro, just go, like, leave gaming entirely,
Yeah.
bro.
Dude,
Just,
I have honestly seen a lot of people say that they think this year Nintendo has just had the record for the most consistent games, the most
oh yeah,
quality. That maybe not the most quantity, but a lot of quantity with really good quality.
oh yeah.
And I'm glad to see that Nintendo really stepped it up. But it's like there's so many things that they have announced, but I don't know, man. They're really good for this year. I wonder if they show up, if they still have more games coming out this year, or would they talk about things coming out next year?
I think for sure they're gonna announce one or two more games this year, but then they're also gonna build up some stuff for next year, like Metroid Prime 4
Yeah.
and something else like Donkey Kong or
Dude,
the next Mario.
I still hope and pray that Donkey Kong leak is real. I can't, dude. It's just I want it to be real so bad.
Pikmin 4.
Because the Kirby leak was true.
Yeah.
And now it's like I really want this one to be real. I really do because I think the team behind it was supposedly leaked to be the Mario Odyssey team. And I think that could be a hit. That could be so good.
Oh yeah.
With the right team behind it. And it's crazy because I mean Nintendo, I feel like Nintendo would more just be there to announce what's coming up next year, like we said. And because a lot of their stuff, man, I can't think of what else they're really gonna announce, dude. There's so many. I mean, like I said,
I got one.
Year has been unreal. But
I got one.
I mean, who knows? We could see like more ports, of course. Like
well, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is this whole speculation train that keeps on going? More leaks came out that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess will be getting HD ports, which I could see that being their other thing that they announced this year.
Yeah.
So.
But I hope that they're at Summer Game Fest.
They will be. If they're not, oh my god.
Well, honestly, at the same time, I feel like I can't be too upset because what do they have to announce? Like,
yeah.
What is there anymore to announce? Like, but I would love if they were there, and even if they didn't have much to show for this year, get us hyped for next year, man. To show us that you are here, that you are not playing around. That even next year it's coming in with the straight heat. Like, do whatever you got to do, man. Show me what's up.
Yeah. There's just I don't know, man. It's like if Nintendo does announce a direct, you can make guesses, but really they could show anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, they don't even have to do their own direct. They could just show up at Summer Games Fest showcase. Like,
yeah,
could just show up.
There's a lot of things I would really like, though. I would personally, I'd like to see some Super Mario Party Superstars DLC.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see more Nintendo Switch sports games, like sports for that. Also, they did say there's gonna do that. There's gonna be free post-launch content for Strikers. I could see them showing some of that. Because, I mean, it would be right around the time the game comes out. The game comes out on the 10th.
Yes.
Right? So it's like the game could come out, and a way of like getting people hyped for the future of the game is to announce some of the post-launch content. So,
yeah,
I don't know, man. We are getting so close. It's scary, but it's so exciting. It's so exciting.
Yeah, dude.
It's butt clenching.
I'm clenching my cheeks just talking about it.
I know.
It's unreal how like this is very stacked. Like honestly, dude, this Summer Game Fest this year. This is after E3 basically announced that it was not going to be a thing. This has always gotten, man, and it really seems like a lot of companies have just been like, all right, E3 is not here. This is the next best bet right here. And I'm glad to see how stacked it is because, you know, it's really just crazy to see how all of this is unfolding. But I think this is going to be a really good month. I think this month is going to be awesome.
I just realized a couple things. Number one, this is a podcast where we talk about gaming news. Destroy All Humans 2 just got a release date for August 30th. I do believe. Yes. August 30th, Destroy All Humans 2, Crypto returns. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that a little bit. And then, this is something I realized. Sony's State of Play is on June 2nd, right? You know? Yeah, you know that, right? Okay. You know what else also happens June 2nd? Do you know what else happens June 2nd? Like, I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I was just saying, like what?
Oh. Their subscription service launches.
Oh.
Yeah. So when they say third-party partnerships, I wonder if they're talking about some stuff on PS Plus.
Because they did say that there was third-party games also going to that.
Yep. Interesting. Very interesting. And then also, at the time of recording this, tomorrow, we're getting Pokemon news. Which, by the way, I'm waking up at like 7:40 a.m. because it's showing at 8 a.m.
Oh, God. Do I have to wake up that early?
I'm going to do a live reaction to it. I'm going to be very hyped.
I may just wait. I don't know. Because,
and then I actually... I don't know, man. I don't really know what else to talk about. There's just so much to possibly happen in this month. This month is going to be crazy.
Are we at like 3 hours?
We're actually not. We're just not? Passed 2 hours. Like, we just got to 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, I know. Kind of crazy.
I swear we've been here for like 2.5.
Nope. By the way, Obi-Wan Kenobi releases tomorrow.
Yeah.
The next episode.
Oh. Dude, I'm sad. I heard how many episodes there was.
How many? 6?
Oh, yep. I thought it was going to be like a long series, but...
No.
Oh, the series I really like are so short.
Hey, yo, I just found a bingo card, sorta. Or no, it's like a tic-tac-toe. It's only like a 3x3.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to make a bingo card.
Well, no, it's for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. New battle mechanic, legendary mascots, the name of the region, the professor, like all that stuff on the bingo card.
The name of the professor?
Yeah.
I see. I've always wondered if I wanted to make a bingo card for an event.
I would, like, I think it'd be fun, but I just like chilling and watching the event. I wouldn't, like, I would have a bingo card and be like, I'm ready, and then after the first thing, I'd be like, completely stop caring about the bingo card. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. So anyway, I think that's gonna do it. Hopefully we'll have more podcasts now because it's summer. We have more time to do it.
We're out of school, graduated.
Yes.
We are out of there. We are gone. We have run away. We no longer have to go back. So yeah, man, I love doing these podcasts, but we just had a lot of stuff going on, and but also sorry, I had a hiccup. My bad. But now, I mean, this podcast is a lot of fun. I love talking about everything that's going to happen. Like I said, man, who knows what will happen.
I'm glad we talked about that list of companies, because when I really started looking into it, I'm like, yo, we need to talk about this.
I will say, man, I think I'm very happy I looked into stuff, because you would not have remembered BioShock.
Oh, I know. Actually, I just thought of something right now, off the top of my head. Not even gonna lie. A rumor for Bandai Namco. I know, believe it or not, out of all the companies, Bandai Namco, Tekken 8.
Oh,
yeah, it could be interesting. It's possible.
Tekken 8,
It's possible.
Bro, we could get some craziness going on up in here.
Watch nothing that we talked about happen.
Trash event.
Yeah, just
everything we say, it just doesn't happen. Yep, Arms 2, Balan Wonderland 2, Last of Us Part 3, or Last of Us Part 2 remaster. Basically what I said in the intro. Well, That's not actually in the intro, but I made a joke about how the worst games ever would just show up. But nah, man. I mean, I'm super excited. This year is gonna be different. John keeps making fun of me, saying I'm not gonna react to anything. I'm just gonna be looking at the screen like, what is that? No, I know what these games are. I have learned. I've done my research. There's some things I'm going to research what some of these games are just to make sure I know what they are.
Just going to do prep.
I'm going to show him that I know what these are.
The only prep I need is to wake up in the morning.
Listen, man. Prey, I know what that is. I might have to I might have to study it, because
Prey?
That's the thing. Yeah, because you said Prey 2 might be a thing. I know what it is. I've seen a little bit, but I'm about to study that game, because if it shows up, I'm gonna.
Oh my god! I just thought of something. Oh! I just thought of something. Oh my god!
I wanna guess a game before you do that. You would not expect me to guess before you. That's how I know I feel like I've won you over.
I just thought of some stuff.
What's up?
So back to the Xbox event, Contraband.
Oh yeah, we have not got any information.
Yup. And then there's also a bunch of partnerships with IO Interactive, like Project Dragon with Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
There's a lot of partnerships. So. And then there's that one certain Affinity project, which is supposed to be like a Monster Hunter type game.
Yeah.
So there's some even more things that we could possibly see. But yeah, for sure, Contraband though. Ooh, that'd be.
Hopefully,
nice.
Hope at some point we hear news that Scalebound is gonna restart again.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man, I don't have much else to say, man.
I think that's it.
All I know is that when it starts, man, strap your butts in, because it's time for some gaming.
Yes, sir. Honestly, until then, I think the next big releases are Mario Strikers. Cannot wait. So excited.
Oh.
Beyond thrilled.
Oh,
bro, the animations, the victory things, celebrations. Oh my god, the music, bro. Have you heard the music? Oh my god, bro. I'm so hyped. I'm so ready. I think me and Austin are gonna play the demo here in a couple days, so I'll probably have a video up on that. And then the Corey on June 10th. So, yeah, very excited for that. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This is gonna do it for the podcast. We're gonna leave it here. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember, we celebrate games, not the console wars. Leave it alone. Just enjoy the thing we love, people. Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you for joining me, Austin. Have a good one. Peace.
Yeah, mama.